Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we shall be discussing some Naruto topics. Well, one Naruto particular topic in general. Now, we all know the characters that when it comes to Naruto, we know two of the most important characters throughout the storylines, or that ended up being married to guys, and the main characters in the storyline are Sakura, Haruno, and Hinata Hyuga. Now, we all know the other characters, Ino, Tamari, and Tenten. Tenten really out of the five did not get that much story time. Ino was always Sakura's rival, and then Tamari was just with Gaara a whole bunch of times. But if we look at the main love interest, which was Naruto and Hinata, I gotta honestly say this. There have been articles or there have been stories that I've seen, and this is actually true, that there was a possibility that Naruto could have been with Sakura. And I just wanted to say that straight to the fact. Yes, I do understand that Naruto and Sakura do actually seem good for each other because Naruto saved Sakura a whole bunch of times, and Naruto really cared for Sakura throughout a good part of the first four seasons of Naruto. But you also got to remember this. Naruto saved Sakura, but Sakura kept going back to Sasuke. Not Sakura got saved by Naruto when Naruto was fighting against the Sand Village, and she immediately goes to Sasuke and says, "Oh, hey Sasuke, you were the one that saved me, right?" And Sasuke's like, "No, it was Naruto." And I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting. And then let's not forget the first thing that everybody disliked Sakura about. The main thing that everybody disliked Sakura about, besides the fact that I'm going to get into later, the first thing that we started disliking Sakura about, and I'm thankful that she has grown up and she's a very different character compared to her child character. She made fun of Naruto for being a orphan. She basically went to Sasuke and said that, "Hey, if I was Naruto, if I was Naruto, I'd be getting in a lot of trouble. You know why he doesn't? You know why he doesn't have any discipline? Because he never had any parents growing up." Really, really, Sakura, really, Sakura, you're making fun of someone whose parents saved the village, sacrificed themselves to make sure the village stayed alive and Naruto stays alive, and put the Nine Tails in Naruto without Naruto even knowing that he had the Nine Tails in him up until that point. And the kind of interesting thing is that she said this to another orphan in Sasuke, whose parents were killed by Itachi. And so Sakura is saying this, and then he's bratty and stupid. It's just like, yeah, you're complaining to someone that understands how Naruto is, and you don't even know the first thing, how it is to be alone, because I just gotta say this. Every person in her team was an orphan. Kakashi, Naruto, Sai, Sasuke, and even Yamato, they were all orphans, and Sakura made fun of Naruto for being an orphan, so it's kind of ironic that every person in her team was an orphan. But now comes the big moment. I will get into Hinata after. My biggest problem for the reason why I think Sakura is a worse character than Hinata is, let's not forget this. Naruto went to go train with Jiraiya. They stopped Naruto, and Naruto went away for at least two years to go train with Jiraiya, with legendary Sannin. Sasuke went to Orochimaru of his own will to get enough power to beat Itachi. Sakura looked at Naruto and Sasuke getting away from her and decided to go train under Tsunade. And yes, she unlocked the I forgot what it was called. She unlocked the jutsu. But let's not forget this. The first moment that we see Sakura actually training, she's learning to heal a fish. She's learning to revive a fish. Compare this to the training that Naruto and Sasuke had, yeah, this is a whole nother level. And I gotta be honest also, even when it came to Shippuden, there was one moment that I rewatched the other day, and it was Sakura going to tell Naruto that they were going, that the whole team, the whole Konoha team was gonna go kill Sasuke. And I just want to say this, that made me really think. Did the whole, including Sakura, because Sakura at this point is not the Sakura at the end of Shippuden, but could Sakura and the whole rest of the team without Naruto actually stand a chance against Sasuke? Considering the fact that Sasuke ended up killing Danzo, who had about 6 Sharingan a part of him, there's no way they would have been able to at least try and beat Sasuke. And then even Sakura, in her own mind, is like, I'm gonna take Sasuke out. Sakura, if Sasuke beat Naruto in a fight, what makes you think that you even stand a chance against Sasuke? And then it came later on throughout that part that Sasuke actually tried to kill Sakura twice. Once when Sakura was trying to heal, I think it was Karin, and then the second time was when she tried to stab Sasuke with the poison kunai, and Naruto ended up getting stabbed because of that poison kunai. So there have been many times that Sakura has basically almost died, and Naruto saved her. Naruto's almost died because he saved Sakura. Like, literally, that just makes me think that, I mean, of course, yeah, Sakura did have character development considering where she was, but did she really do anything besides her fight with Naruto and Sasuke against Kaguya? Not really. I mean, I say a big part of my reason for liking Sakura, or even close to liking Sakura, is just for the simple factor that she's the one that talked some sense into Naruto when Naruto was about to give up on Hinata. And speaking about Hinata, sorry for that little tangent. Speaking about Miss Hinata, my favorite Naruto character, so I may be a little bit biased here, but I'm just sort of biased out the window. Looking at Hinata's character, yes, I can understand why people think Hinata's annoying. Hinata was basically introduced as a crybaby, a person that gives up, a person that only wanted to be with Naruto. But you look at her at the beginning of Naruto or season 2 of Naruto to her in Shippuden, a lot of things has happened. She's gotten stronger. She wanted to prove herself against Neji in the fight in the Chunin exams, and she proved herself against Neji. She proved that she's not a crybaby. She proves that she will not give up. Yes, she did get beat by Neji pretty easily, but she proved that she would not give up. And by the end of Shippuden, the only two people that she wanted, like satisfaction from, that she wanted like justification from, was her father and Naruto. And she ended up marrying Naruto, so there goes the satisfaction and justification. And then she got the justification from her father, because her father actually cares about his daughter now, because the first instance we get of her interaction with her father is her father gives her away to Kurenai Sensei, and just basically just tells Kurenai to go on and train her. And I mean, yes, Hinata did not have that much. She did have some TV time throughout some of the seasons. I mean, obviously her big fight against Pain, trying to save Naruto. And if she had did things differently, I think she could actually save Naruto. But honestly, I gotta support Hinata, because a lot of the Konoha team that were saying that, when they were saying, when Naruto came out and said that he wanted to face Sasuke all by himself, they were like, no, you can't do this alone. We all decide on this, and then Hinata's the one person being quiet, because Hinata's the one person that's not going to talk back to Naruto. But also, I actually think that Hinata was the only person thinking sense at this point. The only one at that point that could take on Sasuke and possibly win was Naruto. Yes, Rock Lee has the 8 inner gates, or 7 inner gates, I think, at that point. I don't think he has 8 inner gates at that point. But yes, he does have the inner gates. But against Sasuke, I still don't think that would matter, because Sasuke still has the Sharingan. Neji would have put up a good fight. He has the Byakugan, but Sasuke would have still won. And I think everybody else would just lose. Like Kiba, Shino, Sakura, Ino, Shikamaru. I think Shikamaru would actually have a good chance because he's very good at strategy, but even then. So the fact that Hinata was quiet during that thing kind of makes me think that Hinata was also. She didn't want to say anything to Naruto, obviously, but it also makes me think that she had some kind of sense because she was the only one that didn't say anything about, oh, we're all gonna go take out Sasuke. Yeah, no, none of you had a chance. Even if you were put together, he still had Madara Uchi at the time there, so yeah, I highly doubt that you would have actually been able to defeat Sasuke without Naruto. But my biggest reasoning for thinking that Hinata is a better character than Sakura is the potential she had. Hinata, right now, if Hinata had proper training, Hinata will be stronger than Sakura. Hinata is the firstborn daughter of Hiyashi Hyuga. She is the heir to the throne up until Hanabi took the throne. If she had the proper development, the proper training by her father, even Kurenai Sensei, Hinata would be stronger than Sakura. Let's not forget one reason why. If I were to put this up in a straight one-on-one fight, yes, Sakura has the power to end this fight in one punch. But you're forgetting who has the Byakugan, who can see the chakra points to stop you from doing this chakra and stop you from punching. So if Hinata even gets one hit off and stops the chakra point, then Sakura's jutsu doesn't even matter, and Hinata will win this fight. So looking at the end of this, talking about Sakura, talking about Hinata, I just honestly think, in my personal opinion, that Hinata is a better character than Sakura just because of the simple factor that she had potential, and she is just, I mean, overall more likable character than Sakura because Hinata, yes, she was always there for Naruto, but you also got to realize she did like talk down to Naruto in some instances, but a majority part of the reason why people don't like Sakura, besides the fact that she made fun of Naruto for being a orphan, is the fact that most of the time they were interacting, Sakura would hit Naruto. Really? And some of the time Sakura would hit Naruto for no reason. And then I get on into the point I was getting on to earlier with Sakura, and this is going to be my final point before I end the video. Sakura walks up to Naruto. Sakura tells Naruto that she loves him. And what's the first thing she says after that? Sasuke doesn't matter to me. I want to say this. If Sakura had really been honest with Naruto and actually cared about Naruto, she wouldn't have mentioned Sasuke. She wouldn't have mentioned Sasuke because every time she tried to justify the feelings that she had for Naruto, she mentioned Sasuke. Oh, Naruto, nothing happened. I just fell in love with you, but you don't have to. You could give up on the promise that you did for me when you say you bring Sasuke back. And I'm just like, point straight to the simple point. I'm sorry for a long video, guys. This is a long video. Straight to the simple point. My honest opinion, Hinata Hyuga is a better character than Sakura Haruno.